that, it's just like whatever comes up, comes up. And then I'll say it's time for Tough Love, Easy Love. Are you ready to answer a question?
Is it appropriate to talk about how we dated for 6 years?
We can talk about whatever we want.
I mean, that's like I ended up in Chicago because you did comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that seems appropriate.
Well,
if it's my fucking bio.
Relax, Remax.
Let's go.
Tough Love, Easy Love. With me, Terry DeFrancisco, and friends. Welcome back, team, to Tough Love, Easy Love. I'm your host, Terry DeFrancisco, and this is episode 10 of Tough Love, Easy Love. You all have been so supportive. I'm so glad you're on the freight train of fun that we're having here on the pod. And wow, 10 episodes deep. I can't believe it. And I'm so glad that you're here along for the ride. It's been a delight to get to talk to so many people and share them with you here on the pod. And more on that later. I want to share you with them through your questions for the podcast. Today on the episode, we have Amy Crawford, an old friend, a best friend, and part of my home crew here from Columbus, Ohio, and Chicago, Illinois. She's in Chicago, Illinois now, where we lived together at one point because, spoiler, she's an ex, as stated in the very beginning of this podcast. So lots of fun along the ride. This is one of my favorite episodes because it is silly, it's funny. Her true personality delights me to no end, and really glimmers through on this episode, where we kind of almost just like give each other the business back and forth and have a couple vulnerable moments along the way while answering your questions. So thanks for being here on the pod today. It's truly a delight. I feel like Amy's going to be a repeat guest. In fact, at the end of this podcast today, we actually offer that if you only want tough love, Amy might be the guest to have back on the show down the line. So more on that as we go. Ask a question to be featured on the show. You're going to go right here, my friends, to Instagram, DM, Tough Love, Easy Love, all one word. That's Tough Love, Easy Love. I'll tell you what, we love getting questions from you here. We probably check this the most frequently for our user questions. So this is the place to go if you don't mind typing one in. Almost all of our questions have been featured from Instagram or socials users that come through the site and let us know what their advice type question might be. And if you don't want to do that and you want to call in somewhere, you can. You can call or text this number, 614-929-5545. Again, that's 614-929-5545. That's a theater line. Just leave the message at the end for Tough Love, Easy Love, and let us know your advice type question. You can stay anonymous or share your name. It's up to you. We're happy to share it on the pod if you'd like to be featured. And if you don't, you just want to ask a little anonymous question, say you can do that too. This episode's so fun, I want to get right to it. So I'm going to let you jump on in. A big round of applause for my pal, Amy Crawford. I know you're going to love her like I do too. All right, let's go. It's Amy Crawford. Oh!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.
How are you, Amy Crawford?
I'm doing pretty well.
Thanks so much. Great.
A fun Labor Day weekend here in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. We should probably say that. Like, Amy is from Cbus and lives in Chicago, Illinois. Heard of it? And is home visiting many people, not just family, everyone. You've been around. You've been running.
Yeah, been around town.
What have you done around town that's been a real hot hit?
We went to the zoo today.
Yeah, okay.
It's really fun. We saw the baby elephant.
Name drop.
I don't know.
Name dropper? No, I just mean you. Baby elephants. Name dropper.
I don't know its name.
I just mean talking about an elephant.
My son was with me. He definitely wants to listen to this podcast. He let me know. So I'm going to try to keep the profanity low. But he was
the likelihood of that is so...
he already lost interest. So don't worry.
Yeah, he's 11. He's not going to really care about this very much. But yeah.
Exactly. But so he was we went there thinking baby elephant,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
Of course we hit a couple other things first because they're closer. And by the time we finally got to Asia, then...
You can do it all here in Columbus.
Exactly. He was totally over it.
He really was.
Oh, yeah.
What's the
he
hot
had
hit?
a whole tantrum about needing Dippin' Dots because he was starving, and then he was still starving, so he had a pretzel, and then...
Classic zoo treats, though.
But yeah, then we fed him, and he was still like, I'm exhausted. I can hardly move. He made my wife give him a piggyback ride for a minute.
I think that's cute.
He's 70 plus pounds.
Yeah, but she's shredded.
She's a hardy. She's shredded.
Shout out to Anita.
Yeah, that's great.
Here's what I want to hear about is there any other place on earth that sells Dippin' Dots? besides zoos and like Six Flags? And I want you to name them if you can name them.
Well, definitely ballparks.
They're Dippin' Dots?
For sure.
Really? I feel
Yeah.
like they're not here, but this is mine. I mean, like
My son is
Cubs,
a Dippin'
yes.
Dots connoisseur. And
Okay.
my oldest sister was there.
Yeah.
She's, in her 60s, and somehow she had never had Dippin' Dots, so she tried them for the first time today.
She'd never had Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, but there's not just like one Dippin' Dots stand at the zoo. There's like 18.
There's like 1,000. Yeah. I had a friend.
Not 1,000.
Rance and I have a friend, Joey Bland, shout out. You know Joey Bland, actually. Joey Bland was a person I did comedy with in Chicago, Illinois, and I think about this every time I hear Dippin' Dots. We went to Six Flags with Joey, and he made a pact that he was going to try to stop at every Dippin' Dot stand by the end of the day and still ride the rides. And by the end of the day, there was a Superman ride where you had to like lay flat, and we went on it once, and then they were like, "Do you want to go again?" Because it was like 6:00 at night, and we were like, "Yeah!" We went twice, and he was green. Like he had so many mint chocolate chip Dippin' Dots by the end that we got to the parking lot, and he was like, "I don't know what I did," and I think about it every time I hear Dippin' Dots.
Way to suck the marrow out until you want to throw it out.
Yeah, I mean that's the key. Is like who knows what kind of energy you're going to get from a dot.
Right.
If you could pick any kind of Dippin' Dots flavor that shouldn't exist, what would it be?
Oh, come on. I'm like really bad at that.
Wait, what are you good at? Name 3 things.
I would be, watching improv shows.
Yeah.
In Chicago with Tara.
That's me.
In them.
Yeah.
A lot during the early 2000s.
Early aughts.
Yeah, early aughts. It would be like, hey, name your favorite toothpaste all the time, right? And even if I'd already seen it so many times, everybody would be like, Crest! And a minute later I'd be like, AIM.
You know what though? Shout out to AIM. AIM doesn't get enough respect on its name. I think they needed you. They needed you to yell.
I will say this is like dumb tangent. Recently on Family Feud, which we now watch at dinner time religiously.
Perfect.
It was like in the finals.
Like Steve Harvey Current?
Right?
Yeah.
It was like what top toothpaste. And so the first person said Colgate, and the next person I think said Crest. And it was like pretty much totaled 100.
That's it.
So AIM got like
yeah, what else are you going to say? Like Sensodyne? What else is left? Sensodyne! 1. It's like one guy that's like, my gums are sensitive.
Yeah.
There's not really many. But when we were kids, though, you're right. It was like Aquafresh, AIM. Those were like making hard plugs when we were kids.
Forget about Aquafresh.
Yeah, me too. But the stripe.
Let's move on.
The stripe. How dare you tell me? This is my podcast.
I'm bored.
This is what she's like. Look, I've known Amy, background. Who is Amy? I guess I have a lot of people on here that do comedy or something. Amy is just a much more complex person than just us comedians that are on this pod. But I've known Amy since I was 13, 14?
14.
So we went to high school together. I didn't, that's part 1. There's a lot of spoilers. 14, we entered this when we were 14, so we've been in this deep for a long time. And I switched from a public school, and I was the only person that went to, not the only, but like one of 5, that went to a Catholic school that didn't have what they call feeder schools. Are you familiar with feeder schools? Anyone listening? I'd never heard that term before I switched to a Catholic school. And when I got there, all these little assholes knew each other already. Old lady, old P's and all the Immaculate Conceptions and all the bing bong ding dongs. Everyone knew each other from everywhere. And I was like this little public school rapscallion that got transferred in because I had good grades and they wanted me to go to college prep. And that's what happened. And then I met Amy, I think on day 1.
Yeah, for sure.
What was that like for you, meeting this old mug?
I don't remember. Like the actual first day, I was like peeing my pants, I'm sure. I mean, I was
going to high school.
Nervous going to high school, yeah.
You were
even though I knew some people.
Yeah.
I came from a so-called feeder school, Immaculate Conception. So-called number 1.
Shout out Rams, go Rams.
Yep, go Rams. But no, I think I was a little nervous. So you were super friendly.
I was friendly.
So we hit it off.
Back in the day, before I got dead inside, I was so friendly back then. I'm still pretty friendly.
Two extroverts. So
yeah, 2 extroverts, I'd say. Do you think you're still an extrovert?
Yeah, I thought that there was a time when I became an introvert, but nobody, I realized later, would have read me as an introvert. Like, I was still like, how'd you do it? Even though
you were
there were a few years,
Johnny out there for a second. How's everybody doing?
There were a few years where I thought I was introverted, though.
I feel like you you have like extroverted qualities, for sure. I think you're an extrovert.
I am definitely an extrovert.
If we go for like the classic terms of like isn't it like really rated upon how do you recuperate? And it's like if you're an introvert, you recuperate by being alone. Is like part of the assessment of what you are.
Yeah.
And I definitely like that part, but I don't think I like being around people.
Yeah.
As long as they don't suck.
That's
universal. Yeah. What if someone was like, I love being around awful people. This is how I thrive.
I recharge my batteries by.
Oh, I just love to curl up with a bunch of like goobs.
Energy.
And we just, yeah. And then so we went to high school together. We went to college. Amy and I also are exes. I don't even know what to call that. Because it's like we've been friends so long. It doesn't get that weird.
No.
We dated for 6 years. So 6 years?
Mm-hmm. And I just want to inject this. I dated 2 women named Tara Elizabeth.
That's me.
Back to back.
They weren't both me.
No. 6 years and 6 years. So
That is insane.
It's the weirdest factoid about me.
Never to be duplicated. You know what I mean?
It's kind of a good like 2 truths and a lie kind of thing, but it's a little bit weird for work.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're like, wow, that's really interesting. And everyone else is like, I like blue, I like pink.
Yeah,
and my other thing. Yeah.
Knew you were gay, obviously.
Got
but
it.
Didn't need to know your entire dating history.
But I'll tell you what, like, I have never known another Tara Elizabeth except for your other Tara Elizabeth. I hesitate to call her your other, but
we also have another really close high school friend named Tara.
That's true. Which, again, I don't know many other Taras besides these close quarters Taras we're talking about.
I draw them to me.
Like moths to a flame. Everyone knows it. Everyone says it. I also feel like our friend Tara, I don't know if anyone that's listening has this issue. I have never really felt like a Tara. Like Tara fits me kind of. But I feel like Tara really fits our other friend Tara. It's like very, very, it's either a really snotty, obnoxious name like Tara, or it's like a very earthy name because it means earth. And I feel like she does fit the bill of like, she's very rooted and embodied and works with like rivers and ecology and things like that. So it makes sense for her.
I'd like to know like a survey of your listeners.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Who thinks they identify strongly with their name and who thinks it's like a little weird?
Our first poll.
Because Amy, I could say it like, it's like one of those words where you could say it 50 times. It's like the more you say it,
yeah. Do you feel like an Amy?
No.
I don't know that. I've never once thought, is she Amy? That's interesting though. But I see now that we're talking about it, often Amy and I both go by, well, I don't know if you still do, but people often call me TD in real life more than Tara, or like some kind of hybrid of my last name. Like they'll be like, hey, DeFran, instead of Tara. Because Tara's very like, it can be really like feminine. And I don't really identify with that. Amy's also kind of like a very 80s child name, like a girl, like Amy. But I don't know if you feel that too.
We had 8 Amy's in our graduating class.
8?
200. Yeah. 206 people, and 8 of them were Amy's.
That's wild.
I could rattle them off, some of them, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, she really goes by. I feel like you get a lot of Crawfords instead of a lot of Amy's.
They're going to know my last name now.
Doxed. DOXXED. Doxed. First poll, first doxing. You've seen it here.
I don't even know what doxing is, so I really belong on this podcast.
Doxing is when you have someone in a public space and you, like they do something to piss you, it's not always this, but they do something to piss you off, and then you share like their public address or public information. Like information with the masses. So it's like, oh yeah, well they live on, Snoffer Road.
49
and it's like,
going on 80.
She's 80 years
but
old.
That has
you look great for 80 though.
True.
That's true. Yeah, Amy when we were like 15 was like watching Matlock and having a nice tea at night. That's how she is.
Right on.
Anyway, but what's hey, will you tell people about like since you're not a comedy person, tell people about what your livelihood is and like what you do, what you're excited about doing professionally, anything like that. Let's get some real life stuff out there, huh? But don't dox yourself.
Right. You can find my LinkedIn profile.
Oh my gosh. Congrats.
I'm not here as a representative of the state government.
She has to say that by law.
Yes.
Yeah.
These opinions, which are stupid, are my own.
I hope they're really dumb.
Yeah, no, I'm a lawyer, and I used to work for like big law and kind of reoriented towards government.
Yeah.
Like maybe 9 or 10 years ago. I ran for alderman in Chicago first.
She kicked ass running for alderman.
Oh, but except for the losing part.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't overstate it, right?
But there was a runoff. I mean, this was a big deal. Like this, I lived in Chicago at the time.
I could have gotten my ass kicked more, is what she's saying. Anyway, super thanks.
You know, maybe
thanks
the tough love.
Support.
Maybe
super
the tough love today is with Amy starting to love herself. I want a giant zoom right here with like hearts on my eyes. Can we do that? But that's that's not true. And I'm not one to Rance, and I always talk about how like comedy people have a tough time taking compliments, but really you did, especially for a first run, it was exceptional.
Yeah, and I think if I had done a few things differently, like I probably could have even gotten a little bit closer. But part of that was like get involved in the community more, like years prior. So that's a fair tip for those aspiring politicos out there.
I want to dig into the area. Who can say? I'm just talking a little bit.
No, but it was a great experience. I learned a ton. I got a lot of support from people, and I'm very grateful for that. And then that kind of helped me, get to know some people in local government. And
yeah, she's great.
Kind of had a few different roles in government law. And
Amy is awesome. Great. She's smart. She's fun. She's kind. She cares about people. She cares about communities. She does the work, etc. She's like an awful person. But
one thing about my advice, though, like one thing about me.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Something that everyone knows is that I'm very direct.
Yeah, this is like ideal. This show is ideal. I said this to Amy as kind of like, hey, do you want to go on the show? It'd be fun. I haven't had a lot of people that are just like, my goal on this show is not only to have comedy people or like people in industry, but to also have my real friends and like my partner and things like that on so we can talk more loosely, because I think that's how you actually talk to friends. And I want it to feel like a friendship show, or like a show where you're in a room with people that care about you. But the key to Amy specifically is Amy doesn't pull a punch. I mean, like, you will say exactly how you feel about people. And I think you kind of get away with it. Like, if I'm like, oh man, I don't know how I really feel about this girl. She'll be like, oh, she sucks. Like, she'll be really direct, and she might tell her herself. And then they'll still like you.
Honesty is the best policy. Sort of. I do think that a lot of people get to know my jerk face side first, and then only later they're like, oh, you're a big, teddy bear. I'm
interesting. So you
fundamentally a softie, but I think I come across like, so, it's a lot for people initially.
I like it. Do you know?
I'm thinking more like in work context where there might be a conflict.
That's true. Like we didn't have to like deal with
to solve whatever
litigation.
I don't know how I'm not the most patient person. That's for sure.
That's for sure, but it's also fun. Do you believe in astrological things? I don't necessarily have a fight in this. I'm just curious if you do. You're a Leo.
Dog in that fight. No, only when it's self-serving.
When is it self-serving? What's the positive attributes of a Leo that you'd like to share out loud? Just only positive.
I mean, very extroverted and very take charge.
Yeah, like they're in
the
seat
of the jungle.
Yeah, Mufasa, baby.
Right?
Yeah. What are the downsides of a Leo that you don't take?
The planes. I don't know.
The planes.
Bad. Bad. Science, nature.
Wait. What are bad things about Leos that you don't want to?
Oh, nothing. I just mean.
What do you mean nothing? There's lots of bad.
No, Leos are perfect.
No,
Leos are so great.
No, that's
and
not.
I'm surrounded by Capricorns who are, to me, are stubborn goats. Like, so I mean, that's just what I mean about self-serving.
Wait. So Amy's wife is a Capricorn. Is Lincoln also a Capricorn?
Yes.
Because he's cusp. Okay. So that's interesting. And what's their thing? It's like stubborn pushback.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just like invented these things about Leos and invented these things about Capricorns, right? Like I just, those guys are jerks. I'm perfect.
You heard it here. Anita, Lincoln, thank you for listening, by the way. And just know that you're clocking this. I'm so glad you tuned in.
You're going to be irritated.
I don't believe it for 1 second, either of you, and just know that we all know Amy, and we can. But I do think you are the positives of a Leo in the way that like you can like own a room, and you're not necessarily. It's interesting though because I know so many comedy people. You can hold a room in a way that's different than people I know that hold rooms, which is like often you have to be kind of like twinkly and just like entertaining to keep people's attention, but you have like more of kind of like a soft charm that like makes people want to talk to you, I think, maybe.
You can say gravitas.
I wish I could, but I can't say it. What if I couldn't say gravitas? What if I was like, I can't pronounce it. I can't say it. I wish I could. I don't know if you have gravitas. You think you have gravitas?
No, I was making that up. It was just...
You have a panache?
Messing with you. Yeah. No. That's nice. You're very kind.
It's true, though. It's hard to take a compliment, huh?
I didn't know this was going to be a show about, like, how great I am. Like, that's stupid.
Well, that's, like, part of it. Okay. That's part of it.
What do you
want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
When's this advice happen?
Oh, my God. Look, this is the thing I'm talking about. Like, she came on my show. Okay? She came on my show. Why'd you break up, you might ask?
This is exactly what I'm like in meetings, by the way.
Well, she came on this show, and she's like, okay, we're 8 minutes deep. I should probably, like, cut to the chase. It's like, how long do you think a podcast is? Move on. That tiny laugh. What's the thing you're most embarrassed about? JK, I would never... Hot seats. I'm trying to think of anything else that's like a fun origin thing. How long have you lived in Chicago? A long time, right? Since 1999?
Yeah, as listeners may not know, I actually followed Tara D to Chicago because we were living in Cincinnati together.
That's right.
And in 1999, I was working at Procter & Gamble.
Yeah.
And like the next assignment for me was going to be at a paper plant.
No thanks.
In like Mahoopany, Pennsylvania, or Cape Girardeau.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, well.
That was the next assignment. She worked in a thing called Diapers and Wipes, which I think is important for everyone to know.
Diapers and Wipes.
Diapers and Wipes.
Yeah.
No one called it.
You said that.
Everyone called it Diapers and Wipes.
Yeah, so that was going to be kind of like the next thing. I was in finance. And so,
wow.
I mean, it wasn't like almost on the next flight, but that would have been the trajectory, typically.
That's wild.
And so when you announced, I'm out, I'm going to Chicago.
Peace.
Feel free to come with. I was like,
okay,
on the train.
That's right. We were originally going to move straight to Chicago from college, but then you got this great offer for P&G, and it was like, yeah, we'll go to Cincinnati for a year, which was fun. It was a fun
That's
year.
also like a nice way to say that because I went to school like 90 minutes from Chicago. I tried really hard to get a job in Chicago, and I actually just didn't. I mean, it's like...
Which is so weird.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, like, it wasn't like, it was a good job that I had, but like, like you're putting it in a very... all these things in a very
I honestly, this isn't me like trying to spin it. This is how I remember your... I see Amy as she is, and Amy sees herself as she thinks what she should be. So I see you as a way of like, so like getting a job out of college is weird. You have to like kind of like pitch yourself before you have any experience. But I think Amy also had the Joy Scholarship, look it up, and she had like a lot of good cred at Notre Dame, which was a big deal and did well. And then like to get a job out of college then was bizarre, and like there wasn't as much access to how you applied. I mean, it's like 5 years later everything was different. But then it was like send your paper resume to Bing Bong, and get on the whatever.
Well, I think it's kind of like how everyone sees themselves and how everyone else sees everyone, right? That's
definitely right.
I mean, it's just, your own lens on yourself is going to be self-deprecating, not just outside, but like also, very self-humbling.
Not me. What if that was true? And I was like, hey, well, how do you see me? There, we'll do that. That's fun. We haven't done this. How do you see me in general? And it can be like when we're 18, or it can be now. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
a general overview.
I kind of alluded to this when we were at brunch the other day, but just like the friends of ours that are entrepreneurs, I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me.
I know.
Because that's so frightening to me to just put like your own skin in the game and risk failure that way.
It's tough.
So I've always felt that about you. I mean, it takes a lot to be on stage, even, like it could send me into a panic attack right now to think about taking an improv class,
You'd be great.
Well, no, thank you. But like, again, not about me, but like, I'm just saying for you, like you've always...
I've leaned that way.
Yeah, you've like leaned into a lot of risk, I think.
That's nice.
In different ways.
But I mean, we also, I think I'm not everyone knows my like consistent professional things, so they might follow me on like TikTok or Instagram or something. But if you've seen me on live stages, thank you. If you know me from other things, probably the other thing to know about me is I'm an art educator, and I think the most like wild part of this field that I'm in is that comedy people are so they're like handling some kind of wing of trauma often, or like handling some sort of like, how do they get funny is like a thing you kind of have to ask yourself, where you plateau. You know, you have to be like, oh, I guess maybe I'm funny because X, Y, Z. And then you have to kind of unpack it. And then either you get better at comedy because you know, or you get worse at comedy because you know. You know, it's like that kind of thing. So like the risk is true. Going on stage is risky, but it's not as risky for me as like sitting alone with someone sometimes. Like, I think that's, do you feel comfortable like talking to someone one-on-one, or would you rather be with like 20 people?
Oh, I'd much rather be one-on-one.
See, I think that like I that's where the introvert extrovert thing happens, where I'm not sure, because it's like I know I can hold a space of 20 people, but I think I'd rather be with one. But I used to get really anxious with only one, because it meant we had to like talk. And 20, like if I go out to do a show and there's 150 people there, it's like a wall of no faces.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can do this. No one's here. Yeah, which I think is like sometimes what helps people get better at public speaking, because they don't have to worry about the individualism of every single personality that's there.
I don't know if, like, I've never said this probably out loud, actually, so this will be like
I can't wait.
Something interesting for you.
This is why you're here.
Even when our relationship like didn't necessarily work, I did think, I don't know if I can sort of let go of your sense of humor, honestly. Like,
oh, that's so sweet. That's really sweet.
I could cry.
I know. That's really sweet. And but luckily we didn't have to. Like Amy and I,
totally.
I think that's like, I feel like you'll be on again this show, because Rance is on, you know, more than once. And I think like some people that know me more personally than a guest would, it's interesting to think like, what I really love about our friend group, our friends have been really tight for like 30 years, like a long, long time. And we've all found ways to evolve alongside one another. Even when Amy and I broke up, more on that later. When we broke up,
No.
I mean, in the world, not today. When we broke up, I think we had like a very soft period of like, let's take a breath, but it wasn't that long. And we like found a way to be friends pretty quickly, in the scheme of like how people don't stay friends, or they, you know, whatever. Like we stayed friends pretty quickly. I think we knew we were that important.
Yeah.
Which is, like same. You're like in my life. You're in my heart. You're like part of me. And vice versa, I hope.
Oh my God.
You better say it.
We're gonna, yes, of course. Of course.
You better say it.
I know.
What if it's all like, maybe like, oh, the whole rest of the pod.
No, I mean, there was probably a moment when we split where I was like, I don't know. This is going to make for some awkward Columbus reunions. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But
that would be awful.
No, so it was a big relief actually.
Big time. But I do believe that in general, even people like other people I've broken up with or had relationships with, and that we've stayed friends or something, it's like, if they're supposed to be around, they will be around. Like they'll just transform to a different kind of relationship. Like the love isn't gone, it's just different.
My wife, Anita, when we started dating, she's like, what is that phrase? She's like, people say that people are in your life for a reason or a season or a lifetime.
Or a lifetime.
For all time.
Yeah.
And then she was like, what do you think we are?
Oh, that's awesome. That makes me love Anita. She was like, define it. What do you think we are? Oh, that's so funny. Here's what I like about Anita. Anita's really fun. And I think Anita also like is cool about being kind of like, what do you think? Or like putting the pressure on in fun ways that's like fun to watch you kind of be like, oh.
She likes to poke a little bit.
I think that's good. Because she doesn't come off that way, which is also like a cool part of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
She's super quiet. So, but like in our relationship, the dynamics are very equal, I think.
I agree. Okay, that's good. Well, that's good. See? This is good. Aren't you glad we talked a little longer and you didn't cut off our conversation? What if we had missed that sweet, wholesome moment? Look at her face. She's fine with it either way. Either way. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go on to...
What a relief. Topic du jour.
Woo! Okay, topic du jour is this. And so just so you know what happens, I think I kind of give you a brief overview, but still, since people are learning the podcast anyway, the overview is we get a question from a caller or a submission from Instagram or TikTok DM, and they send us a thing they need advice or help with on how to figure it out. I could have gone two paths on this. Since it's the first time on the show, we're going to go light, but you can still be harsh. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't even call this an advice type question, to be completely honest, but it is you'll understand. So here's their submission. You're going to give easy love about something and kind of like tell them softly what you think they can do. And then the other side will be the harsher advice of like why you think something else is the definitive answer. Okay.
Are you going to do it too?
Yeah. We'll just talk through them. You're not alone. Okay. So the question for you today is submitted by Luft Balloons. Spoiler. 99. Their question is, I need to go out to sing karaoke. I'm terrified. What should my karaoke song be? Please advise.
Oh.
So soft love first on this one. I thought of you for this question because we have done karaoke together. And I want to hear what you think about people being... How about this? I'm going to refine this question because I think, again, not necessarily classic advice. Here's my question for you. Why do you think people are scared at karaoke? And what's your soft prompt for them not to be scared?
Oh, okay. I mean, most people don't get in front of people, a whole room full of people and a room full of strangers.
I agree.
To sing a song.
Yeah.
There are like a lot of elements to that. There's a stage, there's lights.
2.
Right? There's crowd.
3.
And then there's singing.
4.
You're not just like saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
No, you're not just saying the Pledge of Allegiance, which you may or may not know, and you're not just reciting something. You're doing something that's vulnerable in front of a group of people. So yeah, I always wonder when people get out to, I don't know why people do karaoke for joy. I don't know what I think they do it for, but truly, like, people always think that I do improvised musicals a lot for a part of my profession. So people always think I should do karaoke. They're like, you would be amazing. They want me to do it every time I'm out. And sorry, everybody, I hate it. I hate it so much. And I'm going to refine this with Amy specifically because she and this group of people that I have done this with are the only people I think I've not hated it with. So more on that in a moment. But as far as the soft love portion, I think that like it's normal and natural to be anti going in front of people and doing things. Same for improv. Like when people get up in front of improvisational rooms and are like, why am I so nervous? I'm like, oh, I don't know. You don't have a script. Tons of people are here. You have adrenaline. You have pressure to be funny instead of like just cohesive. And so people are really terrified. And it's like, if you weren't nervous, it'd be unusual for you not to be nervous, I think.
My soft advice is bait yourself to take a risk. Like,
oh, that's nice.
Double dog dare yourself.
Oh, so like you're the person that's acting as like I bet you should go do it. Like you're trying to like tempt yourself into trying something wild.
Yeah, like, am I really gonna leave this bar without singing a song? Mm-hmm. No, like I'm here to sing a song.
Yeah, I'm here to sing the song. I deserve this.
Success equals singing the song. Success.
That's the equation. Put that on the screen.
See how
success equals.
This is the soft. This is the soft.
Success equals singing a song. I want you to write that in text below. If you're on YouTube, please know that this is going to be a banner.
Like, you don't have to sing it well. Like, if they call your name and you don't run out the door.
Okay.
And you get on the stage. And then you walk off when the song's over.
You got it. Yeah.
You hit it out of the park.
Love in an Elevator by Amy Crawford. You didn't walk out the door, you win. I don't know why that was the song I picked. Not the song she'd pick.
Well, I really do like karaoke.
I know. So this is why. See, I did. Like, she thought it was crazy that I asked this question, but I was like, I think this is the right person to ask this question.
I don't have a special talent for karaoke,
well,
but I do ham it up, and of course I ham it up more when I'm drinking. But I remember once, I think Anita and I went to like a gay bar or something in another city, and I was so scared, so shy, and so I actually just sang in my seat at the bar, and like people just were like,
like they couldn't even.
Yeah, and so it was actually like more of a letdown. It was like not an upper. It was a bit of a downer.
Yeah.
But if I had just been like,
gotten up,
you're gonna stand up and you're gonna belt out this song badly.
Yes.
You just have to, to me, it's like kind of ties into what we were saying earlier about risk. It's like,
right on.
Just
do it.
Go.
That's really, because really what it comes down to is if you fake it till you make it and you tell people, like soft advice here is that no one knows what they're doing any of the time. But if you act like you're supposed to be somewhere, most of the time people will think you are.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So like if it's like, it's time for me to get up there and sing Who Will Save Your Soul by Jewel, and you just go for it as hard as you can, then people are going to be like, look at them.
Yeah.
And they don't, what they're often thinking, same for improvisational training, it's like, because you're up there and because you believe in yourself a bit, half the audience is just thinking like, oh, I could never. They're already like putting themselves in the position of what you're doing. So there's admiration that's like coming at you for just stepping into doing it. Yeah. It's like, oh, wow, look at him go. I would never. Yeah. It's like, that's half the battle. Maybe most.
Yeah.
So what's there's a third part to this thing, but let's do hard advice now. If you had tough love to give, what would you give people? Like, say what you have to say harshly, so they have to get up on stage.
Get your ass out of this chair.
Yeah.
And get up on the stage.
Yeah.
And fucking sing.
Whoa! And that's why we
came here.
We came here
so that you could sing a song.
Yeah.
And you've been talking about what you say. You've spent the last hour looking through this book.
Walk the walk, Deborah.
/ now looking at an app.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
trying
that's
to figure out what your song is.
We all know you came here to sing.
I'm gonna put it in for you. Number 42, Sweet Dreams.
Already knows the number. Let me stop you there because that's too real. I'll tell you what's fun about this.
It does seem like I've done that before.
42, Sweet Dreams, Eurythmics. Do it. Have at it. You got the look. Roxette, 81.
That's my recommendation for songs.
Sweet Dreams? Or just put it in?
Nope. Just that is the actual song. For somebody who is very scared, there's like 3 notes in that song.
Oh, you're right. See, this is the kind of note. That's true. There's not much to hit.
So my soft love is, if you really need a crutch, definitely don't sing out of your range.
Yeah.
Sing, Yeah,
don't sing.
Yeah.
Don't sing the toughies.
Sing something that you can be confident about.
Also, hard love, or nice hint. Don't sing a song that has a musical interlude. It only causes adrenaline spikes. Oh, like if you're like in the middle of, let's say, if you do like an 8-minute version of Meatloaf or something, and then you're like, oh, I didn't realize the organ played here for 16 minutes. You fucked yourself. This isn't on anyone else. It's you.
Well, I mean, you definitely should do a lot of prep. You should know the song before you walk in.
Yeah,
and listen to the song. It's like in your car, the shower.
That's what I was going to say, but here's actually why I like doing karaoke with Amy and our friends that have stayed friends for so long. Because they knew I didn't like love it, we used to do a thing way back that was like basically like blind karaoke, where they would put you in for another song. Like you wouldn't know what your song was till you got up there, but our friends were nice about it and be like, I know you know this song, but I'm going to pick your song. So there was no time to get like worried about it.
I don't think I did this with you.
There was a place in Columbus called Summit Station that is no longer there. And we used to go to Summit Station. And like, I remember specifically, and I think this is how this started. This remains my karaoke song. I think that Chrissy, our other friend, I think she put in Nookie by Limp Bizkit for me. And I was like, I know this. And I couldn't believe I knew it. Like, I knew it legitimately. Mm-hmm. I'm a real Durst head. I'm not. But like, I just, for some reason, knew it. And I was like, this is the best song in the world to sing. Because it's like kind of rap. You have to really care. You have to really care to a point of like comedic. Like, you can't just be like halfway into Limp Bizkit. You have to kind of like be like, I'm going to sing this. And then it's already entertaining because someone's going so hard at it. And there is like singing in it. It's just weird notes. So it's not like so maybe pick a fun song. Pick a fun song that's like the crowd will sing with you, or they'll be entranced by how hard you're going at it.
I mean, there's no reason you can't go up with another person as well.
Yeah, duets are great. That's a good idea.
Or, and even if you're singing the same like melody, it's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Two microphones.
No, I just mean like two people up there doing the same. What's your favorite duet?
It has to be a duet. Islands in the Stream.
I was gonna say Islands in the Stream.
No, I just picked the one that's like most.
No, it's fun. It's like fun. It's melodic. It's playful. The crowd will know it. There's no like 6-minute interludes, etc.
There's another one that I'm dying to do, but I can't place it right now.
I think on it. If you think of it, you can just say it, and I'll cut it. I'll cut it in. I want to know what it is, because what if we can do it? Amy and I would sing on like car rides and stuff a lot, so this makes me curious if we could ever pull off a duet.
Oh, whenever I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys comes on, I like really wish you were in the car. One thing that Tara D has never failed to do is sell a song. I mean, yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna do this halfway. I think part of that is that I did choir for a long time and I had like vocal training in my youth, but I think that there was always this inclination to put like ingenues in lead roles in like plays and musical theater stuff and stuff. So I never got good roles. I always got horrible roles in the chorus where I'd be like, what about this whippersnapper in the background? And everyone would be like, oh, okay, she can sing. But I'd never get like the lead. So I think because of that, it became fun to oversell things. Yeah. And then when I got to Chicago and started doing comedic improv with music in it, it was like, oh, this is the best because I could be any role I wanted, and you don't have to like look a certain way or whatever. So it's easy. It's like just fun to play whatever you want.
I mean, it's also funny to me in hindsight, like, oh, you were singing songs on stage with your future husband while I was in the audience watching as your girlfriend.
Disgusting. This whole time. And that's the kind of scandal you can catch on Tough Love, Easy Love. Was I planning it the entirety of our relationship? Did I know as a young lesbian, I thought that I would fall in love with a castmate 11 years later? It's anybody's guess.
Forgiven.
I'm forgiven. Spoiler for another episode, but not this one. That's incredible. And what a joy. Okay, so wait, so here's where I'll exit on this one. I think this isn't really even a tough love or easy love kind of question, to be honest. No. It's more that like I think the easy love is we believe in you, you can do it, and the tough love is just fucking get up there and do it. Right. Like I think once you've done a song in front of people, you will either catch the fever or hate karaoke. And that's what it all comes down to, what you've given to get something back in response. Oh, can I tell you a fun audience adage that we say here a lot? The audience can only feel as much as you feel on stage. So you're giving them permission as a long leash. So it's like, if I overcommit to my character, you can also emotionally respond to that character. But if I kind of am like standing too nuanced, they can't feel back. So that might be a good one for karaoke too.
I mean, there's a lot of life lessons in that one. I mean, honestly, like
it's real. It's a good thing to kind of say to yourself if you're feeling like a little bit tentative about behavioral things, because it starts to be like, okay, well, if I want someone to find me evocative or charming on stage, then I have to kind of like give myself enough vulnerably that they can feel like they can give in response. So it's like, it is interesting for comedic work. It works quite well. Probably dramatic too, but I just don't do dramatic work that much, but it does feel like it does work. So I think karaoke is kind of that thing of like, if someone gets up and they sing horribly, but they sell it, people will still like them.
I think so too.
Because like, it'll be funny. Okay. So now you have to name your favorite karaoke song to sing. That's it.
Oh, okay.
No, nothing else. What did you think I was going to say?
I just some random thing.
You have to name
your favorite
time
toothpaste.
That you regret. No.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's obviously Don't Stop Believin'.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't know that? I sang it at my wedding. I took the microphone from the DJ and sang it.
But this is not like a standalone incident that I would be like, oh, that one time. I feel like that's something you would do in the world.
It is something I would do.
It was something you do. But I do think...
I officiated a wedding, and then I sang the song, and I adapted the words to the couple. I mean, a little bit. I mean...
That's fun.
That song's never my first rodeo. You know what I mean?
It's like, a classic.
And then, I mean, one time a guy was like, yeah, girls can really hit those notes. And I was like...
What does that mean?
Don't undermine my
Don't
Steve
tell me what
Perry.
I can do. What a weird, like, passive-aggressive dig. Oh, must be nice to hit notes.
I'm sure we had both had a few.
Well, he can keep having a few.
But it's funny because I still remember it. It's probably like,
ingrained
20 years ago or something.
That's wild. I mean, it's a man singing the song, so...
Well, of course it's going to be easier for somebody in a higher register to sing the song. I mean, he's got a pretty... Is that his name, Steve Perry?
Yeah. I think that now there's like a couple. There's a guy from, I think, Thailand that took over the lead singing of that band. Wild.
He hits the notes. He doesn't sound exactly like Steve Perry.
No, but he sounds good.
Neither do I.
But it's not about exact. It's about panache.
Yeah.
Coming back to that. It's about the gravitas.
We thought about, I tried to talk some people into going to see Journey.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It didn't go that well.
Name another band you'd see immediately in concert if they were touring.
Well, I'm going to tell you about a band I will be seeing in September. I wanted to go to see Todo Wet Sprocket. Yeah, and they were at the Salt Shed in August, and our friend Chrissy was out of town, our friend Kelly was out of town. So But it turns out later, I found out that somebody I am friends with, it's like his favorite band. And like all I would have had to do is tag along with him and his wife. Man. But so we're going to go, Chrissy and I are going to go to Milwaukee and see them.
That's good. September, When's that? Like soon?
Like the end of September.
That's great. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I love Toad.
Nothing so loud. People are like...
What if they have to pay?
Your listeners are like... hearing.
We don't have the rights. We don't have the rights. Stop. That'd be incredible if it was like, never mind. It just plays a...
Oof, do we have to hear us sing karaoke?
Yikes. Well, this was a great round. Do you feel good?
Feel good.
Do you feel like you could be on the show again and give harsher advice?
I mean, I would relish the opportunity to give a little meatier advice.
I would love for you.
Not meatier, like
let me just say this. I'm gonna solicit the listeners to know that Amy may come back. Okay, so relax. And if you want a question to go specifically to Amy and you really want only tough advice, I feel like this is your opportunity and window to be like, you're going to give it to me straight. You're not going to get easy advice. This is why I asked her this, because I was like, let's soften her in. Because like she's going to be like, dump him. Or soften like she's going to be hardcore.
A phrase that nobody's ever said.
Soften her in. That's what everyone says. Okay, well, this was fun.
So fun. Really enjoyed the opportunity.
Is there anything you have coming up that you want to plug? That's what I would ask anyone else. Yeah, I'm a mom on Tuesdays and I go work for the Illinois government.
And I'm helping to support a lawsuit that's going to get filed next week.
Hashtag plug. No, she's just a regular person that's being nice to come on a podcast.
No, but I do kind of feel like we had that vulnerable moment there early on, and then you kind of leaned into it, and then I think I leaned out of it. And so then, like, not at the beginning of our, tough love, soft love part, I was like, God, that I could have been more. I could have, like, no, it was really, it was very meaningful what you said, and I do love you forever. You are, like, one of my people forever, and I'm really grateful for, like, the way that our lifelines have woven together all these decades.
This is why we broke up.
Anyway, this is why I regret our breakup.
What have we done?
I'm choking that.
Anyway, we love Amy. Thank you for being on this. It was a ball. This is a ball. And yeah, she lives in Chicago. I'll see her soon when I go tour there. And also, she'll be in Cbus, and you'll probably see her again. Maybe we'll do a remote. Who knows? Just relax. Happy tough love, easy love. Thanks for watching. Mwah, bye. You did it! You're listening to a podcast on the Roost Nest Podcasting Network, executive produced by the Nest Theater and Comedy Arts Center. Co-founded and funded by Rance Rizzuto and Terry DeFrancisco. For more information on the Nest Theater, go to nesttheater.com. Roost Nest Podcasting Network.